What if I told you as a subcontractor, you'll never have to write a change order again? Hi, my name is Emmanuel Graves. I'm a technical solutions executive here at Autodesk, and today we're going to talk about how to get ahead of those change orders. Now, I can't necessarily promise that you'll never have a change order again, but I can give you some tips as a subcontractor how to get ahead of those scope gaps that we all know cause us to hurt those relationships with our GC and our trade partners. When I was a subcontractor, I remember the change order dance. As one of my colleagues, Wes, actually mentioned, they used to make their money through the change order process. I'm not going to say who he said that, but essentially you bid the job as low as possible, make sure you win the contract, the project, and then essentially your money comes from that 30% upcharge from every change order that you know that's going to show up because it wasn't included in the original scope. So how can we get ahead of that? Well, it's actually very simple. Let's use the schedules tool. So today we're going to actually show you here how you as a subcontractor can suggest those schedule updates when that job kicks off so that nobody's pretending like we're going to complete this job in a time that isn't realistic to everybody on the project. So when we click on our schedule tool right here, you'll notice that we can bring in that CM or that CPM schedule that PM, that GC is going to provide us. It's going to work with Primavera, Microsoft Project, even Smartsheet schedules. So make sure that they give you that schedule. Once you have it, you can essentially level out that schedule by the milestones or activities included. When I was a subcontractor, I worked a lot in mechanical and electrical. So today we're going to kind of show you how the HVAC items are maybe not going to match what's accurately going to be produced in the field. Here, I can simply go to the suggestions tab, and as you can see, I've already submitted or have 5 unsubmitted suggestions. That's because I was just writing up all the items that I need my GC to be aware of that aren't going to be completed either on time, maybe there's a cost impact, or maybe there's even a delay that I anticipate. On this specific project, I remember that the as-built conditions did not match the field conditions. Therefore, I made sure that I marked off when we were actually going to be able to complete this installation for HVAC ducts, and this was going to be pushed back. I can also add any additional delays by simply clicking right here. So mark as delay. I can even include a cost impact, and I can include a root cause. This is very helpful because as you see, when we gather all these schedule suggestions, we're going to be able to let everybody know all these line items aren't going to meet what your projected CPM schedule is reflecting. Once I've clicked on all those suggested updates, all I have to do is click review and submit. Before I do that, I'm also going to show you that your guys in the field can collaborate on this schedule as well. A lot of the times, the superintendent or that field project engineer is more familiar with the schedule on specific line items than others. So all I'm doing is hopping into our ACC Build app, clicking on the same exact schedule, and I'm going to scroll down to any specific items that are going to be delayed. For example, let's say I have to install some underground water lines. Maybe I know that that isn't going to be accurately, well, this is something in the past. So let's scroll to something in the future. So set heat pumps. Maybe I know that this item isn't going to be anticipated based off of how they reported it in the schedule due to all those field condition delays. I can simply click suggest updates, mark this as a delay, put it as a cost impact. If there was a percent complete, I could change that as well. And all my field person has to do is click submit. That's going to go to the scheduler that's back in the office in the trailer, and they can now review that schedule. That scheduler would typically be somebody like a GC. So as a subcontractor, I can invite the GC to my environment, or I can do all these schedule updates as they give me permissions to do so, and they will get a notification that says, okay, you have 6 recommended schedule updates, as you guys can see right here. All the scheduler would have to do is click on review suggestions. And me, as a subcontractor in my environment, I can create my own report of all the updates that I've made. So before we click on this, let's go back to that subcontractor schedule and actually click submit. So let me go ahead and look at all the updates that I've made. As you can see, I'm not going to be able to route these ducts because there were some existing beams that nobody told us about prior to the job that we're going to have to delay the amount of time that it's going to take to install these ducts. We're going to have to route more ducts. We're going to have to add additional fittings. And I've labeled the root causes, as you can see right here. Constructability, the notes say field conditions did not match the as-built, as I told you guys as well. So now all I have to do is click Submit to Manager. Now that GC can open up their browser and they're going to notice that all these schedule items are going to let them know that their CPM schedule may need to make some adjustments. So as you can see, I have made some suggested updates as a manual Graves. I've also done so as HMAC HVAC, which is me as a subcontractor essentially. I can filter by any of the items within these suggestions. So maybe I just want to view the HMAC items. I'm going to click HMAC, and now you'll see on the left, it has allowed me to filter through all the items provided by HMAC HVAC. My guys in the field have updated and given me their assistance with what items need to be marked as a delay, or maybe there's going to be a cost impact, specifically due to lead times. A lot of the times, if you're prefabricating ductwork, those lead times are critical on if you're going to be able to complete that job on time. So all we have to do is click this export button now. It's going to allow me to export it in an Excel format, and this document can be versioned. So I can save this locally to my files location within Autodesk Construction Cloud in the Files tool, and everybody will see those version updates as the schedule has changed. Now I'm going to click Download, open up that Excel spreadsheet, and this will be the report that I'm able to give that GC or that trade partner or that owner so that they're informed about the reality of how this schedule is actually going to be rolled out. So as you can see, all my subcontractor trade items are outlined right here. I can scroll to the right and see the notes that I made. So I have field conditions did not match as built, and then we can also see that some of these are going to be coordination items and some of these are going to be constructability items, design items, etc. So with all that being said, I hope you are able to understand how you can get ahead of those change orders, especially as a subcontractor. I know we as subs, we win our money through bidding as low as possible, but if we can get an efficient schedule, collaborative environment set up ahead of the project so that everybody's on the same page with who's doing what when, I think it's going to help you build a better relationship so that you can win more work and actually include those margins at the beginning of the job. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on our blog site. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see ya.